3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Good morning. Headed to Vegas. I'm excited. Almost packed, ready to go. Let's get into this. We'll go through the trades, give you an update on high profit. Doug is here like always. All of the successful people show up. And everyone else is just kind of like, I'm not here. So this, what we're looking at here on the screen, in fact, I'm zoomed in a little too far. Let me see if I can adjust this. There we go. EUR CHF sell trade looking really great. This has been holding on for a day or so here. If you look at the history, there's nothing closed in the last 24 hours or so. However, for the week, I want you to take a look at this. Free signals that I send out for the week closed $14,252.82. I don't know what you bid, but based off of my bid here in this account, in the Signal account, that's a good reference of the kind of profits that we're making. It's not $4, it's not $8, it's $14,000. That's free trades that I've given out in the past week. I probably should back that off a little bit. Anybody using these? Anybody making any money? There's got to be some out there. So, extremely successful. Like if I went through here, I mean, what was one of the big trade? The AUDJPY, yeah, had like a 6,000, 6,000, a 4,000, a 3,000, a 2,000. Yeah, pretty freaking amazing. That just means that those trades have pushed, and if you bid properly, you can your account can handle it. I'm not saying you could bid a 1.0, but if you look at the reference that I have here, this 1.0 is absolutely a reference for you. 1.0 means bid 1 times what the risk, the base risk that you would risk on your account. I don't care what size it is. If it goes up to a 2.0, because we go back to history, you can see some of these. I'll point it out here. Here, this one went all the way up to a 3.0, so a 3x factor. So if you were bidding 10 cents, you should be bidding 30 cents. It's all math. It's just math. It's pretty simple. But frankly, I didn't even know that much was closed. We've had some incredible movement. This is free signals, guys. Unbelievable. I almost think that the free signals outpaced just the free signals itself. It's a limited subset of the 22 currency pairs, my algorithm trades. I think, what is it, 14,000? I think that outpaces the overall system just because of that AUDJPY push. Let's find out. So let's put it on pause here. I will pull up the entire system and we will take a look at it here. Let's see. This one is correct. We're in about we're in about a dozen and a half trades, looking really good. Here is what we have closed since yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, all profitable. Like, do you guys see the power of the system yet? I hope you do. Certainly new people coming in, you should pay attention to this. Every trade in the system since yesterday is closed in profit. This is all automated. It's all an algorithm. This is incredible. This is incredible. Let's look at the week's worth of history. 21,805 closed. So we're about 7,000 more than the free signals, the overall system. Let's see here. Doug says yes. Mark says damn straight. And Mark said Vegas bound. I'm so bummed I can't make it. I'll be whatever's next. Everybody said they're coming next. You know what? Y'all think you're going to live forever, don't you? Y'all think you're going to live forever. I hope nobody dies between now and then. Knock on wood. I won't. I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun to die. So, wow, that's incredible. We have had a lot of just consistent movement, trade, profit, trade, profit, trade, profit. Absolutely incredible. Even I am blown away by the algorithm we have access to. Absolutely incredible. Let's go to the pause. What I'm going to look at next, and we'll talk about, is I'm going to look at the 10 pip hybrid feed, and we'll talk about the high profit trades that were sent out today. Let me pull this up. Let's see. It is, and that's not what I wanted. It is, where is it? Here we go. And I can show you this. I'm going to go ahead and show you this. So here's the high profit. Yeah, it's high profit, but the 10 pip hybrid. These are the trades that are open right now. I want to show you what happened here. It's like 6 of one, half dozen the other. One day it works, the other day it doesn't. So I sent out 2 orders this morning at the best price that the AI had determined. I believe, and I have not looked specifically, but neither of these launched, okay? Because what happened is the price pushed previously to these limits. The AI set the limit order on US 30 at 37,720, and it set gold 2287, and it did not push back there again. Yet both of these trades, had we launched at market price, would have went into profit. I don't know what to do, right? It's 6 of one, half dozen the other. I don't know what to do. Like, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, I guess we should have launched it at market price, but other times you launch at market price, it pushes against you and hits the stop. So what do you want, right? What do you want? Maybe you guys ought to tell me what you want, right? Because, what's my slapstick choice here? Well, stop doing the limit orders and just enter market orders. So we can get in at not the best price. Well, there was no best price today. We can get it at not the best price, and then have it push far enough to the best price, hit the stop. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Let's go ahead and look at these real quick. Let's look at the US 30. Let me move this here. So that's the 5 minute. Probably need to look at it on the hour. So let me see if I can describe to you what we're seeing here. So if our buy limit order is down here, okay, what's interesting is the price absolutely touched the buy limit order, went through it, but the spread was just a little too high, probably a couple pips off, right? It was literally a couple pips off. The price went there, and then look what it has done. It has went all the way to the take profit. Like, what the fuck, When would we have got in? We would have got in a little bit about right there. It wicked down, didn't launch the trade, and went. It's like, I don't, as I sit here and think about it, and I'll put up what Mark just said. Mark just said, I still like the idea of the limit order. Anyone, so they choose, could enter anyhow and delete the limit order. True, but it's like you don't know. I guess you do have to be paying attention in the sense that if it came down here and wicked, let's see if we can turn this sideways and look at it a little bit better. I mean, you can clearly see, if this limit order is still, you can clearly see the price push through it, but literally by a pip, because of the spread at that particular moment, it didn't work out, and then we went all the way to TP3. Unbelievable. Like you can't you can't predict it. I want you to see. I've got a damn good entry here. It just didn't launch. Um, what could I do? I could program it to best price plus 2 pips, right? Or I should say best price minus 2 pips. That would have launched probably, right? But I wasn't. I was too busy this morning. I wasn't. Grabbing it. When would I? If I had seen that wick, and it didn't launch, I would have just launched it, right? Um, Mark, I'm trying to understand what you mean there. I think you should be paying attention with what we are trading with this. I think what you're saying is, I'll give you the trade. You got to be paying attention. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention this morning. But guess what? So you see how that went into profit? Come back over here. Let's look at the gold order. 2287 on the price. Let's look at it on the chart. I bet it did the exact same damn thing. Let me look here. Let's turn it sideways and take a look. Yeah, yeah. It touched. It literally touched. Unfucking believable, right? It literally touched the buy limit, and then guess what, guys? It is at TP3 right now. Uneffing believable. Two beautiful trades that did not launch. I don't know what the answer is, right? Um, it's like I said yesterday, and I've been saying, I want this to be perfect. There is no perfection. There is no perfection. Um, if you look at that, it wicked, 2 candles wicked through. Um, as I sit here and look at it, so if that's the buy limit, why did that thing not launch? What am I missing here? Let's zoom in a little bit. Really, because I think it launched over here. Yeah, it launched right in here. The wick came just barely, another wick, and then it freaking went. Unbelievable. I guess, as I think this through out loud, is that the moment the price, I really don't know why that didn't launch. The trade must have launched here somewhere, and it just didn't quite enter on this candle. I mean, we're talking a hair away, right? I guess at that point, you just have to go, I'm going to go ahead and enter. Yeah, that's frustrating, but I want you to see it in real time. I'm giving it my best shot here, and it's like one day it does one thing, the next day it doesn't. One day it does one thing, one day it hits the best price, next day it barely misses. The only other option is to either take best price minus 2 pips as an example. I don't know if that's enough, or just take market execution orders. So it's up to you. The concept of leaving it at a buy limit does give you the ability that if you just didn't get in it, you couldn't manage it, you get to see what you missed. I guess that's better than me market executing on your account and it hits stop loss and then I look like a fool. It's tough. It's a tough game out here, my friends. As far as closed, the 10 pip hybrid has not closed anything overnight. Why it says minus 963. Did I do some sort of oh, because I'm looking for the week. Yeah. Because I took those US 30 hits. That's interesting. Let's take a look here. Yeah. And again, that's probably the reason that I started really thinking about the high profit feed, is because not getting in at what I thought was the best price, right? Here we got in at 38014, didn't work out. Got in at 38009, didn't work out. So that's why I kind of paused it. But I guess that's in the end, that's the chance you take with trading high profit feed. Um, I have to say to myself, would I be happier with limit orders that don't launch than orders that launch too early and hit the stop loss? I don't know. I literally don't know. Let's pause for a second here. Um, I'm gonna look at a couple things, see if it's worthy of sharing. A couple test things that I have going. Let me take a look at this one. The gold scalper I've talked about is doing the best. The NAS 100, it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. The price is so erratic. What happens with NAS? I'm going to see if I can show you to you on the chart here, and you have to understand movement of these pairs. And I watched it this morning. The bot went into a trade, was immediately in profit, got taken out, and then went on to the profit. Went on to the take profit. What that is, let me see if I can look at it on the chart here. Yeah. So I'll share this with you. Stand by. Let's do this. So here's the NAS 100 15-minute chart. Somewhere on this candle wick here, the system indicated a sell. So I believe it was this next candle here that indicated a sell. You probably can't see this. If you want to look at this on your mobile, you could, but you can see that we went down to take profit down here, right? Which is certainly past the take profit was probably about right in here, right? But what happens is you enter and you get a wick that goes against, you enter, a sell, and then you're in it, and then we got another wick that goes against, then we got another wick that goes against, and the profit was down here. It's like you can't survive unless you just trade without a stop loss. You can't survive those wick movements because I've got to set break even when it starts running. Otherwise, it runs the other way, right? In this particular case, I'm running a trailing stop. So I'm trying to set it to break even as quick as possible when we get some push. And then I'm doing a trailing stop of about 500 points. Obviously way too tight because it's wicking and wicking and wicking and wicking up and wicking and wicking. So it's the crazy wicked witch. It's like they know. The banks know that you're selling in this area. They know that you are. So they're like, wick up, take you out, wick up, take you out, wick up, take you out, and then push it down to where they needed it to go. It's a tough game. Is it like that every time? Hell no, it's not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So you set your, you want to make max profit, so you set your trailing stop a little bit tighter. No, they're like, take you out, take you out, take you out, now we'll go. 3 takeouts, 3 wick takeouts, now we'll go. It's such a tough game. Such a tough game. So I believe that's it for today. It is 7:38 a.m. for me. I'm going to leave in a couple hours. I'm almost packed up. And arriving in Vegas around, what's my plan? 1:30, 2 o'clock. West Coast time. And I should be downtown on the Strip by at least 4 or 5 p.m. That's the plan. Gambling by 6. Dinner done by 8. Intoxicated by midnight. And then Uber home and start all over again. I don't know if that's really what I'm going to do, but we'll see. What did Mark say here? I think you have to view the high profit feed as a monthly income or monthly outcome. You do. I get it, because it's a play. I'm not going to make any changes at this point, but my first knee-jerk reaction is to, it's like you want to curve fit. It's called curve fitting your algorithm to what has recently happened, when it's hard to tell. You do have to look at, like, if all I did was launch buy limit and sell limit orders all month, you'd have to see what was the best, right? Because the next one I launch at market execution pushes too far, it hits the stop. Like, what the it's tough. I guess if you think about it, let's think it through, and maybe I'm just not thinking it through enough. Whether we enter at what the AI determines to be the best price or not, in today's scenario, we would have won both trades because the stop loss is the same, the take profit is the same. I'm just wanting to get in at a better price, and maybe that is my mistake. Maybe that's my mistake. Maybe it's just market execution. You get what you get, because there's going to be trades. If you think about it, if it was going to go hit the stop, if the price was going to hit the stop, it was probably going to hit it whether you buy limited or market execution either way. As I think about it out loud, I think market execution is probably the right way to go. I'm going to let it do the limit orders for a few days here, but I really think that because the stop loss doesn't change and the TP3 doesn't change. Yeah, I would have liked to make some profit on that trade today. So, all right, I believe that's it. That's everything I wanted to show you. I will see you tomorrow morning live from Vegas, and I'll post some pictures in the group of what I'm doing and what's going on, and looking forward to seeing any of you guys that can show up. Everybody said, well, I'll show up next year, but I know Doug's coming. So, all right, cool. That's it. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you live tomorrow morning. And if you're asking any deep questions in the group, I probably won't be able to answer them until later this evening. So I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.